One of the biggest mistakes I did when learning Japanese was to not learn kanji from early on. One of the reasons why this is because pretty much everything you see in Japan is just kanji. Like, you see very few hiragana, very few katakana, and very few furigana. So I recommend to learn kanji really early on. As soon as you have learned hiragana and katakana and some basic words, you should go right to kanji. So I recommend, for example, having a book like this where you can learn kanji by writing it constantly. Like, you have the order of the traces here. Another great resource in this regard, I think, is Duolingo. Like, I know a lot of people shit on it, but to learn a language that has a different alphabet is really good, because it has this section where you learn the specific writing system of the language. I'm learning Arabic also, and they have the Arabic alphabet that you can write, hear the sounds and stuff. And another thing I recommend is in Anki to always put the words with furigana. How you do this is you go to your Anki deck, you press on edit any card on that Japanese deck, and you go to a button that says card. Then a code will appear, and before the word front you put furigana and then 2 dots, and then you save. And then after that, after the kanji in the word, after the kanji you put the hiragana in brackets, and there you will have your furigana in your Anki deck. So I recommend to always do this when adding new words. Otherwise, it's not only easier to remember the words, because some kanji have this they express certain images or ideas, so you can just guess the meaning of certain words just by the kanji. So it's really useful because of that. And I also recommend starting to write kanji when you do writing or certain exercises, the kanji that you already know. So a kanji that repeats a lot is miru, mimasu. So whenever you see it, just try to write it. Even if you can't write it very well, you try your best. And if you think you didn't write it good enough, you can go to a webpage called jisho.org, and there it shows you the stroke order of the kanjis, how it is written. You look for the word in hiragana and you will find it, or you can also look for the meaning in English and you can find it as well. So regarding this point, I think learning the meaning of kanjis, and some kanji like the tree kanji ki, it's literally like a tree with the branches. That really helps to remember them. There are many books that tell you the meaning of kanji, how it changed over time, because the thing is, with kanji they have evolved as well. So, but yeah, I think this is something that has slowed down my progress in Japanese. So if you can avoid this mistake from early on, I recommend to give some time to learning kanji in the day. Like, the thing with Japanese is that you have to dedicate more time to it because of kanji. So treat kanji learning as a separate study session. So for example, like you're learning any language, you are revising vocabulary, doing exercises, you're watching shows, But with Japanese, apart from that, adds some extra time for learning kanji.